Good evening. A reading from The Acts of Gord, as written by the Gord. Chapter 1, The Book of Apocalypse. The Exit. It was July. Much like many other evenings after the store had closed the doors to commerce, the back social area remained busy. Cards, computers, drinks, and a movie. During the evening's conversation, two of the visitors spoke of how they sought to head overseas to work. The Gord noted that one of his friends had a brother who had done that previously and quite enjoyed the experience. The entertainment and socialization was suspended for a while, and they began to read up on working overseas using the computers that were scattered throughout the store. After reading many of the job applications online, the Gord thought it would be best if they collectively used the Gord's resume to apply and evaluate the responses. It was expected that when he was declined, that valuable insight would be gained into the hiring processes so that the friends who wanted to travel overseas could apply for the same jobs and have a far better chance of being accepted. Instead, job offers flooded the inbox of the Gord. Phone calls and emails of, "Are you the Gord? Where's the door?" were replaced with, "Are you the Gord? How soon can you be here?" At first, the Gord did not intend to take his leave of the game store. While he had no great desire to stay, packing up to move overseas and living in a large city didn't exactly tempt the Gord, as he rather disliked living in a large city, and nearly every job offer was for a city on a grand scale. But one offer came in that promised a working holiday at a small tourist city, and the city was remarkably close to Japan for easily traveling. Hot damn. Sign me up. I'm on the plane that left yesterday. It was an unexpected exit opportunity from the store. The Gord had long ago decided to move on to something different, such as opening up a Japanese cultural products import store or maybe a PC LAN center, as working at a game store was only supposed to have been an experiment. Though now he had been presented with a job opportunity working overseas that paid good cash dollars, while allowing him to be a tourist. The dotted line was to be signed. There was approximately 1 month between the time of the job offer to when the Gord would have to arrive in Asia. Liquidating a store with a few thousand items with online auctions and in-store sales in 30 days could be done, but not without great effort and possibly reduced keeping schedule. While the Gord prepared for this epic task, the one who would later become known as the Guardian stepped forward with an offer. He would run the store in the Gord's absence for the year. Run, nay. Instead, he would build the finest game store the world had ever seen and would ever see again. His vision appeared sound in concept. And should he fail, there would be no harm, as the Gord was going to close and liquidate the store anyway. A plan with no drawbacks. A month later, the Gord walked through the door on his right. Upon the Gord's arrival in Asia, he was whisked off to a faraway city. It was as though he had arrived in another world. Perhaps this was because he had arrived on the far side of the world, which was quite different than what he was used to. While up was up and left remained left, it was still a magical land of mystery and surprise. One of the Gord's first purchases was a mountain bike, and with that, he set out to explore his new world around him. Through the forest he rode, along rice paddy walls he balanced. He embraced the new world and sought to learn all he could about it. It was a peaceful time. Without concern that did not embrace him during the time he had run the store. But the chaos that embraced the Gord at the world-renowned game store of the future would not sit idle while the Gord was absent. Even from across the world, the Gord would once again be embraced by the chaos he sought to avoid and thought to be behind him. That is Chapter 1, as written by the Gord. Please stay tuned till tomorrow for Chapter 2.